getting there, getting close to getting back on schedule. It was a really good trip. We enjoyed it. Really good bonding time for our whole group. So that part was really cool. And I thought the people in the host, Australia, the country, the people, they were welcoming, inviting, and we played in front of an energetic crowd. 2 really good competitive teams, so fun for us.
What did you kind of learn about your team in that time over there? What did you learn about your team?
I learned that they're all competitors in the basketball sense. They step on the floor, they want to compete, they play hard, they play for each other. Off the floor, I saw some connectivity with our group, growing together, some dinners with guys, and that's what it's going to take as we progress throughout the season.
From your experience, do you think going through stuff like that together can really be beneficial for a team, can really help you out?
For sure. It's extremely beneficial to have your entire group all together, plus the entire staff. Everybody kind of brought a +1, so we got to know people and sit down with groups of people that we probably wouldn't have had a chance to do. I think when you have those type of opportunities, you come out of it stronger.
And we talked to Jeremiah about that experience going from preseason game 1 to preseason game 2. What did you kind of see just him progressing in those 2 games?
He's getting more confident as he gets more experience. Again, looking at him being 18 years old and having already some of the accomplishments that he has, extremely tough to do. But the credit goes to him, and he's putting in the hard work with Coach A. Miles, watching film. He's nonstop in the gym, and it's good to see him step on the floor and play with confidence, especially looking at game 1 to game 2.
Willie, what else stood out to you about the play of the team, whether it's improvement, individual players like Sadiq Bey, that game 2 was kind of nice, impressive performance by him?
Yeah, for sure. We had some guys had some really good individual performances. Sadiq was really good. I saw Zion set the tone with his energy on both ends of the floor. Defensively, I'll start with that. Collectively as a group, we were active, getting steals, deflections, blocking shots, rebounding the ball, all areas that we want to do really well in this season. It was fun just watching our group and those guys being connected on the floor offensively, sharing the basketball, playing fast. And we'll have two more games to really evaluate our group.
Willie, any updates on Herb and Jose?
They went through a full practice today, so that was really good, encouraging. And we'll see how they respond after today's practice.
You have 2 young bigs that are coming off of rookie seasons, and Eve and Carlo, where they got to play a good amount.
Yeah.
What did you like about what they did in the couple games?
Well, I think when you evaluate that experience that they had last season, the games that they have under their belt, playing against some highly competitive opponents, you can see that they're stepping on the floor with more know-how, more confidence in what they're doing. They're talking defensively, which is huge for our bigs because they're the backbone of your defense. They're protecting the basket. Offensively, more awareness. And both of those guys got to just continue to compete throughout camp.
Did you like the way that it seemed like both of those guys ran the floor really well too, and they got a lot of dunks and plays at the rim basically because of that energy?
Yeah, it's something we're emphasizing with our bigs. Both Carlo and Eve, they're fast. They can rebound the ball, get it out to a guard, and beat some bigs down the floor. So we want to try to get those guys some easy baskets. So we're encouraging them to run. We've seen some of that, the first 2 games.
Well, I know it's not a real game tomorrow, but how excited are you about just getting in front of your fans?
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're always excited to get in front of our fans here in New Orleans, and the guys are excited to get on the floor down to the Smoothie King Center. So we look forward to it.
Y'all got some fun stuff lined up for the rookies?
I'll stay out of the rookie hazing and whatever they have planned. I don't know about it, but hopefully it's not too bad.
And I know you say you want to kind of evaluate what you're going to do with that starting center spot throughout preseason. What are you kind of looking for from those guys to kind of figure out what you want to do with that position?
Number one, who goes out and competes the hardest, who gives us the best opportunity to start games well. And for all of our bigs that step on the floor, we're asking if that's the non-negotiables for us. So, time will tell. We'll continue to evaluate. We got 2 more games, and then we'll go from there.
And Willie, it looked like you really wanted to prioritize getting Jeremiah as much court time as possible in Australia. What's going to be basically your approach for the last 2 preseason games?
It's the same. You know, he'll get a good amount of time to get on the floor against, you know, Houston and Orlando coming up. I think it's good for him and our whole team, our staff, to be able to continue to look at areas that we're doing well in, look at areas that we can improve. But we want him in attack mode. Simple. When he steps on the floor, we want you in attack mode. We can always make some corrections, but the one thing we want him doing is defensively being in attack mode, offensively playing with his speed.
Should we anticipate like more minutes to your regular rotation as well?
Probably the third game, the Houston game for sure. We're looking at more minutes for those guys.
What can you say about Zion, seeing him on this play in practice, his growth this year?
Yeah, he's taken a step in the right direction this season as far as growth. You know, his leadership is felt on the floor with our guys. When he steps on the floor, he energizes our group. You know, the way he plays, he's always played at a high standard. His ability to defend has taken a step, but offensively, sharing the basketball, getting points for himself and his teammates. We're going to ask him to rebound better this season, something that he can do. Because when he rebounds, he ignites the break. But you know, just complimenting him on some of the steps that he's taken to be available and help our team win more games.
Willie, it seems like, I know he played very limited minutes, but he put up really a good amount of numbers, right, all across the board. Do you think he's like maybe in line for a potential breakout season by his standards even?
We hope so. You know, we want Z to be at his best. And again, when he's at his best, he's one of the you know, top 10 or 15 players in the NBA. So we're definitely hoping that he can continue to make strides forward. He's doing it. He's on the floor. He's working. He's collaborating with his teammates. And now it's about just continuing on that path and having a responsibility and discipline to do it every day.
And we know Z and Herb, those guys are so dangerous in transition. How much does Jeremiah kind of add to that as well?
He adds to that. You know, Jose, Herb, Z, Trey, those guys in transition, Poole, they're all fast. They all can rebound the ball, you know, ignite your break. And when we can play in that way, it's harder for teams to be able to guard us when we have that kind of space and speed.
Thank you, Coach.